Hi and welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to review this puzzle here, which is a 3D printed uh, split 3x3x2 mirror cube. I got this from the Cubicle, and this is something different from my usual collection, mostly which is stickerless, but every now and then I see some puzzle that I really like and I decide to get it. And I know it's been a while since I've posted any videos, and just haven't really had much time for that. And let me just address the elephant in the room. As you can see on my hands, I have gotten some new tattoos since my last post over the past few months. Yes, they are all real, and they're not the first ones that I have. I actually have quite a lot of tattoos on my body, which you never see in the videos. And so these are some of the new ones that I got. And yeah, so let's get into the video about the puzzle. So really fun puzzle. I figured out on my own how to solve it. So the only things you will really need to know, basically you're going to be reducing these edges, and I'll explain how to do that. And then once they're reduced, you simply solve it as a 3x3x2, except since it's a mirror puzzle, you have to do it by size rather than by color, which is not too difficult. So aside from the algorithms associated with the 3x3x2, which presumably you should know if you're watching this video, one algorithm you're going to need to know, which is also a very simple algorithm as far as when you're going to be reducing these, is as follows. So let's say, so the first thing is you're going to have to position the puzzle where you could turn the middle like this. Because if you have it like this, this is the middle and it's bandaged, so you can't turn it this way. It has to be positioned in a way where you could turn the middle and where you have a turnable upper layer and a turnable bottom layer. So what's going to do when I do this algorithm, and there's a mirror version of this algorithm, so this piece is going to go here. So it's in the back top left, it's going to go to the bottom front left, and it's just going to basically slide down here like that. This piece is going to go over here, and it's going to turn in here this way. So right now you see it's horizontal. Once it turns in, it's going to be facing this way. And lastly, this piece is going to go up here and here. It's going to end up like this. So it's going to basically slide up and turn. And so, and then you have the mirror version of the algorithm, where if you do it from this side, this piece is going to slide down here. This piece is going to turn here and change its orientation, and this piece is going to slide up and turn, also changing its orientation. This is really the only algorithm you need in order to reduce these pieces. Everything else is more or less intuitive, trial and error. So the algorithm is very simple. It's kind of like the corner turning, the corner cycling algorithm on a regular 3x3, except you're doing double R turns. You're turning it 180 degrees. So it's as follows from this position. So we do U, 2R, UI, 2L, U, 2R, UI, 2L. Nothing else is affected. And you can see it took along these corner pieces with it, and that doesn't matter, because when you're reducing these, you don't care where the corner pieces are. Focus on the edge pieces, and you could see, so the piece that was here went right there. You can see it was right there, and this piece is here. This one was here and it changed its orientation. It turned here. The one was here, it went up here and also changed its orientation. So now let's do a mirror version, except that this time we have to do it with a setup move. So I'm going to do the setup move. I'm putting it on the right side and do the same algorithm, but starting with the opposite turns, and it's going to undo this, what I just did. So in this case, we're going to start with the UI, 2L, U, 2R, UI, 2L, U, 2R, undo the setup move, and it is solved. So that's really the only algorithm you need to know as far as reducing these pieces. As far as the scramble goes, let's start off by just doing a regular 3x3x2 scramble. Once you did a few turns and started separating pieces out, so at this point what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it. Let me see how I would prefer to hold it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn one face like this. So let's say that this is the top, this is the front, this is the right. So we're gonna turn the right face and the left face 90 degrees up, and we're gonna do a 180 turn. You can see it mixes up these pieces, and then you return it back at this point, and then you can continue doing more, you know, 3x3x2 solves where you're turning these faces 180 degrees and only turning the 2x2 layer in 90-degree increments. So now let's try. You can see these are still not broken up, so we're gonna turn this 90 degrees and the opposite one, and we're gonna do 180 turn. I'm gonna do back and back. Keep doing more turns. See what else needs to be broken up. See, these are not broken up, so I'm gonna turn this and turn the opposite. I'm gonna do the 180 turn. It broke it up. Let's just make sure it didn't place anything together. And I think all these little edges are now broken up. And so at this point, we could start doing some 90-degree turns. Like I always said, we have to return it. So now we're gonna not return, let's say one of them. So this one. So it was like this. Now we do a 90-degree turn. And we're gonna play around with different moves we could do that's gonna change the orientation of these edges. So this way they're all properly oriented, where you can see this is a single 2x2 layer. But if we put it this way, now these pieces are kind of bandaged in. But actually, before we do that, I want to try to separate these corner pieces from any edge pieces that they appear to be attached to. Just makes it look like a nicer scramble. So at this point, I'm just doing 3x3x2 scrambling. I'm trying to separate out the corner pieces from the edges. See, this is still attached, so turn that out. Okay, now this is still attached. I want to try to see if I could separate that. Okay, now we're going to try to do what I said with a 90-degree turn. So we turn 190 like this, and then you see, let's say, turn it out. So, okay, so what we did is we turn this 90 from here to here, then we do a 180, we turn this 90, do another 180, bring this down. You can see this piece, the orientation now changed. And also here we have this piece. And because we have that, this is now bandaged. And this is bandaged. So if we want to unbandage this, we have to turn this out of the way. And now we could turn this 90 degrees, and we could do more turns. And more things start to get bandaged as we do that. And just keep turning wherever you can until it just gets as bandaged as possible. Okay, I think we call this a decent enough scramble. Okay, so that's going to be the scramble video of this puzzle, and I'm going to make a separate video for solving it. So that'll be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and until next time.